What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm your host, Slackerz. It's Monday. You know what that means. It's Yay or Nay Monday. This is the second video of the day, so we got some updated stats to get to. Let's not waste any time, shall we? So, as you know, we group them by 6, so here's the first 6. Yep, check it out. Pretty much the same as last week. The big note, of course, Sub-Zero made his debut last week during these stats, and he debuted at number 4, I want to say. He was ahead of Scorpion last week. This week he did cool down a bit. If I remember correctly, he had 8 total votes. I think it was like 6 yeses and 2 nos. So he did drop a little bit in percentage points. Sub-Zero's down to 6th place. 80 total votes, 63 yeses, 15 nos, 2 unshures, and he now has a 78.7%, which is only 0.1 behind Rayman, who, here's a big note. Rayman had 4 votes this week, and I'm pretty sure it's 4. They were all yays, so he moved up percentage points as well, which is pretty nice to see. He's up to 78.8. And maybe another big news, you see Tails' percent for a second? We have 3 characters above 80%. It's been a very long time since we've seen that for the stats. So Tails had a nice week. This week he went up. Very cool for Tails. Very cool. So we now have 3 characters above 80% with Crash Bandicoot, Dr. Eggman, and Tails. Not bad. So let's move to the next round of 6, shall we? 7 through 12. Let's see. Anything big here? Nothing crazy noteworthy. I think this was pretty much the same characters as last week, except last week Spyro happened to be 13th place. He actually jumped back into the top 12, so it's kind of funny. Last week I mentioned that Spyro had been in the top 12 the entire time, but last week was the first time that he dropped out. Well, this week he comes right back in, so he's in 12th place. He moved up to 73.3. I think he only had like 1 vote this week, but it was a yay. So, yeah, that's it. Otherwise, let's see. Heavy had 1 vote. It was a yes. Nightmare had 1 vote. It was a yes. Shantae had a vote. That was a yes. Bomberman had a vote. That was a yes. Master Chief, he didn't have anything, so he stayed where he was from last week. But, yeah, there you go. There's 7 through 12. Overall, nothing too crazy. Yeah, I've definitely been noticing. Well, let's get to the next slide here while I mention this. So, 13 through 18. But over the past number of weeks, definitely have noticed a slowdown on the votes. So, yeah, maybe it's time to slow down the Yay or Nay series a bit. It'll continue, no doubt, but maybe slow it down a little bit. I don't know if that means do updated stats every other week, maybe only 1 Yay or Nay video a week. I'm not sure yet. I'm still kind of mulling that over in my head, but we'll figure it out. But either way, let's get to the stats here. So Ratchet and Clank come in at 13. They were 12th last week. I think they had 1 vote this week. It was a no, so they did drop a little bit. So they're at 72.9%. No, I think they had 2 votes. I think they had 2 votes. 1 and 1. Either way, they did drop a couple percentage, so they did fall. Let's see. Shadow had 1 vote. That was a yes. Who else had anything? Bandana Waddle Dee's back in the top 18. Bandana D had, was it 1 or 2? It might have been 2 votes this week, and they were both yeses. So Bandana D's moving back up in the positive direction. Otherwise, I think King Boo, Leon Kennedy, and Sora all had nothing, so, well, they stay where they were from the week before. So, yep, there's that. Next round of 6, we got 19 through 24. Again, nothing crazy. I think, one note, AMATERASU down there in 22nd place had, I think it was, I want to say 3 votes this week. And I think it was it all 3? I want to say it might have been all 3 of them were yeses. So Amaterasu definitely had a big week. So she's now up to 66.6. I don't know if that's a magic number or not. But yeah, Soul Bad Guy up there 19th, followed by Hayabusa and then the Knight. Dude, Hayabusa and the Knight have been like at each other, like very, very extremely close in terms of percentage points for like months and months now. It's crazy how they really don't ever get separated. They're always very, very close to each other. But yeah, Hayabusa had 1 vote this week. It was a no. The Knight had 1 vote. It was a yes. So pretty crazy there. Otherwise, Kratos, nothing. 4 champions. They did have 1 vote. It was a yes. So they moved up slightly in percentage points. So yeah, they're sitting at 65.6. So yeah, pretty good for them. Other than that, nothing else there. So there's your top 24. Continuing on, we got 25 through 30. Let's see here. This was a whole bunch of Oh boy, nothing. I think Chun-Li was the only one that actually had a vote this week from this group. It was a yes, so she got one vote, which was a yes. She's up to 65.5, or she might have stayed there from last. I don't remember, but she was the only one. Yeah, so Dante, Waluigi, Akira Howard, Agumon, and Phoenix Wright all got nothing. No votes whatsoever, so not much to report on there. Moving on to the next group. We got 31 through 36. Yeah, see, Lara Croft and Doomslayer remained exactly where they were. Lloyd Irving, the same thing. Dixie Kong got nothing. Captain Toad did get one vote. It was a yes, so he moved up by 0.5. He's up to 55.5% now. Lana, one person swapped their unsure to a yay, so her percentage points moved up a little bit. She's up to 55.4. Otherwise, yep, another very slow week, which is why I'm thinking about maybe slowing down the ANA stats, the series overall, but still something I'm mulling over. I'll figure it out. But yeah, let's get to the next group, shall we? Up next, we have Porky Minch in 37th, and then there is the character, one of them from last week, making his debut, Gordon Freeman from the Half-Life series. So let's talk Gordon here real quick. Gordon starts off with 75 total votes, 40 yeses, 25 no's, and look at that, 10 unsures. There was quite a bit of people that had no idea who this was. It was almost like the same, well, not the exact same comment, but it was the same idea, right? It was unsure, never heard of them. Unsure, who is this? Unsure, they look fun, but I have no attachment to them. It's kind of like that idea, so I understand, right? If you don't know who a character is, you can't really solidly root for him, but maybe you just don't want to root against him because you just don't know about him. So there you go. Gordon Freeman, 10 unsures. That's crazy. But he starts off with 53.3%, which is probably where I figured he'd end up. I thought he would be slightly above 50%, and that's probably where he will hover. But yeah, we'll see overall. But otherwise, what else do we got? Well, Porky Minch. He also got 2 more votes. Was it 3 votes? At least 2 votes. And it was 2 yays, so he moved up in percentage as well again. Porky's been very slowly moving up in percentage points over the past probably 3-4 weeks, so he's going in the right direction. But yeah, other than that, Pea Shooter got nothing, Yuri got nothing. Paper Mario, I think, had like 3 or 4 votes, and it was only like 1 yay and 2 nays, or 1 yay and 3 nays, something like that. So not a good week for him. Paper Mario fell in percent. He's down to 51.7. And Chosen Undead, he got nothing. Stays where he's at with 48.9. So let's get to the next group, which is 43 through 48. Wow, still the other character from last week, still not here. Yikes. But we got Gino, 2B, Pyramid Head, Tracer, Cinderace, and Freddy Fazbear. The notable things here, Pyramid Head had 1 vote. It was a yes. Tracer had 10 votes, 3 yeses, and 7 nos. So she actually moved down in percentage points again. So she fell below 40%. So she's at 39.1. Cinderace got nothing, and Freddy also got nothing. So yeah, your notable ones: Pyramid Head, 1 vote; Tracer, 10 votes. I think this was Tracer's second week in the stats. So it seems like a typical kind of second week type stats. So there you go, Tracer going in the wrong direction. A lot of the others not going anywhere. So the last group of 4, we have 49 through 52. If you're a Pauline fan, these are not going to be stats you're going to be happy with. But she starts off with 84 total votes, which is not bad for a first week, but only 26 yays, 55 no's, 3 unsures. She's actually starting with a 30.9%. Just think about that for a second. Look at her and Monster Hunter, just as an example, percentage-wise. She's only 4.5% above Monster Hunter. And Monster Hunter's been at like the bottom 3 since, debuting. So, yikes. That's not too good. But speaking of Monster Hunter, nothing new. So I guess don't need to speak of him. Jonesy did get 1 vote. It was a yay. So Jonesy moved up a little bit, but he's still at 23.8% for this week. And then Crewmate got nothing. So there you go. There's your top 52. We've done 52 of these characters. Well, 53 because we had Rex, but I don't count him anymore. Either way, there's your top 52 so far. Yeah, again, I'll figure out if I'm going to, how I'm going to slow it down. It will be slowed down. I just got to figure out what I'm going to do to it. But yeah, that is it for this one. Feel free and don't forget to vote in the earlier video. There was a new character earlier today. Should be on screen. Click that right now. Go drop your vote in that one. And I guess that is all for this week. Hope you guys enjoyed as always. And I guess I'll see you when I'm looking at you.